I saw a van pull in that marked homicide team. My heart sank.
We start tonight with a Fox 35 exclusive. A grieving mother talking only to Fox 35 News after learning her 20-year-old daughter and 1-year-old granddaughter were both found dead in a car in Orange County. Police are now searching for this man who is still on the run tonight.
Fox 35's Danielle Lama joins us live right now with the story you'll see only on Fox 35 News. So Danielle, the mother just heartbroken.
Absolutely. And tonight she is anxiously waiting on news of an arrest. She says her daughter and her daughter's boyfriend were trying to help the man who's now wanted in this case.
Okay, first off, man, I'm not going to lie. I've been very helpful to Sunmen throughout my life. Very helpful. You know, as you guys know, I had a boarding house that I lived in during the 2000s, and I often gave Sunmen rooms there. You know, very low rent, $100 a week, and you know, of course, you know, they couldn't pay that and whatnot, but I didn't sweat it. Many times. You know, as long as they gave me something and tried their best. In a myriad of different ways, I've helped Sunmen. In a myriad of different ways, I've helped Sunmen over the years. I've been burned probably 90% of the time. 90% of the time. I'm not going to get on here and be hyperbolic and every time. Cause it's some guys that, you know, pay back debts or, you know, appreciate, but in the Sun community, no act of kindness goes unpunished. And that's something that I used to tell you guys all the time. I haven't said it in years, but no act of kindness goes unpunished. You need to remember that. Okay? No matter how charismatic the guy is, how, you know, the sob story, help them and move on. Don't expect anything back. Help them and wipe your hands of them and get the hell away from them after you help them. Don't be around them after you help them because they'll start to resent you. And that's one way that the act of kindness gets punished, because it's just something that's very, you know, I've just noticed. If you help them, get away from them. If you stay around them, they will definitely resent you. And no act of kindness goes unpunished in the Sun Belt.
We lose a child and a grandchild. Come on, she's a baby. She's a baby.
A young woman and her child found dead inside a car. Orange County deputies searching for this man tonight, Dejon Griffiths.
Griffiths is a person of interest in that crime, and you know, we've already seen his propensity for violence.
The investigation began Tuesday morning when deputies found a man shot outside this apartment complex on Lake Heritage Circle. After he was rushed to the hospital, family members contacted police saying they had not heard from his girlfriend, Masanya Malcolm, and their 1-year-old, Jordania. Latoya Reed is Malcolm's mother.
I called and no answer to both phones.
After regaining consciousness, deputies say Malcolm's boyfriend told them he was shot by a friend who may have also shot Malcolm and driven away with her and their baby in the car. The mother and child were found dead Thursday in a parking lot. Investigators say Malcolm had been shot and Jordania may have died from sitting in the hot car.
This savage shot that woman and left that baby to die in a hot car. And 20 years from now, some white liberal is going to come along and try to find some technicality in the case. Maybe the jury was all white, or the judge dressed up in blackface when he was in high school. some kind of technicality, some kind of racial angle. Some of these projects, innocent projects, what are these things going to come by 20 years and try to get this guy out? Kim Kardashian, somebody, and say, well, technically, I mean, they didn't see him. The boyfriend was unconscious, and he can't really say that it was. And they're going to try to get this guy, and they're going to cover up all the previous stuff he did. And they're going to come along, and they're going to try to get, I promise you, in 20 years, some white liberal is going to come along and try to get this guy out of jail. I promise you.
Latoya Reed is Malcolm's mother.
I called and no answer to both phones.
After regaining consciousness, deputies say Malcolm's boyfriend told them he was shot by a friend who may have also shot Malcolm and driven away with her and their baby in the car. The mother and child were found dead Thursday in a parking lot. Investigators say Malcolm had been shot and Jordania may have died from sitting in the hot car.
This is the worst thing ever, and I hope he's caught.
Reed tells us that the couple had been trying to help Griffiths and that he moved in with them in August. She has a message for him.
May God have mercy upon your soul. Do John Griffiths, may God have mercy on your soul.
Again, it's just very odd that some people, they say the kindest things to criminals. It's just odd. But aside from that, long history of crime and criminality. And this is one thing that I've noticed too. Some people don't look at your history, okay? Some women don't look at your history. I grew up with a lot of females in the family, on the African American side. They date men, they'll meet a guy, he'll be living with them, and he'll be like a known, like street guy in and out of jail, but they won't know exactly what he's been in and out of jail for. They'll just assume it's like shootings, drug dealings, and street stuff. They won't check to see if any of it is, child related or anything like that, or R-word related. They just assume that it's all, shoot 'em up, bang, bang, street stuff, dope dealing, dope game. And I've noticed that a lot's the darndest thing. They'll meet a guy at the club. Within a week they're not dating, they don't date. They just come over and smash. He come over and smash a few times. And, leave a pair of Timbs there, and next thing you know, leave an outfit there, and next thing you know, he's living there. And she knows this guy's been arrested. And so I would say to any of you guys that are wondering, like, why would they bring a guy like this with such an extensive record? Like, this guy's really got a really long criminal record. Son community is almost a given. You can't really judge people by that, Sun men by that, because especially in the Sun Belt, you can't, and just basically all over, you can't judge Sun men by that, by whether they have a criminal record or they've, been to prison or been to jail. That's not an accurate barometer of who they are, because almost all of them in these certain environments have been. So it wouldn't even do you, they probably think it wouldn't even do them any good to even use that as a barometer whether I should bring this guy into my home with my wife and my children, my girlfriend and my children. Let this guy live with me.
This is the worst thing ever, and I hope he's caught.
Reed tells us that the couple had been trying to help Griffiths and that he moved in with them in August. She has a message for him.
May God have mercy upon your soul. Do John Griffiths, may God have mercy on your soul.
The sheriff's office says Griffiths is wanted for attempted murder, and he's a person of interest in the 2 deaths. Reed tells me what she believes happened right before that shooting. I'll have more on that at 11. Reporting live tonight outside the Orange County Sheriff's Office, I'm Danielle Lama, Fox 35 News.